Hey, FanboyNation.
This is your pal Daffy Duck, and you're watching.
You're watching Fanboy.
Fanboy, etc.
FanboyNation.
God, I assume Tom.
Jennifer Irwin, I love you in everything that you do, and I have to point out that you are so good at playing horrible neighbors.
It's kind of my niche.
You know?
Yeah.
You are fantastic. Every time I see Jennifer Irwin on screen, I'm just like, okay, this is going to be great. And here we are with Grosse Pointe Garden Society, and here you are being great. I'm pretty sure this is Irvine, California as the real setting, not Michigan, because of just how well and how nasty everybody is to each other.
Irvine, what do you have against Irvine?
I live about 15 minutes away from there, and I hate the idea of Melrose and homeowners associations.
Yeah, I've run into a bunch of homeowners associations too, and it's not fun.
I'm convinced that the lady that wants to be head of the HOA is also the lady that wants to be head of the PTA and just make everybody's life miserable.
Yes. Yeah. I think my character probably is Marilyn is probably the head of a bunch of associations, or maybe probably would have been the PTA, probably would have been in charge of a lot of organizations that she can kind of oversee and control. So,
right.
Yeah.
And, Marilyn is such a fun character, especially with one of the most recent episodes where you have this rivalry with the Blumfield Hills Gardening Club president, Teddy. And, as a man and having grown up in sports, my background is rivalry. So I hate this guy, but I respect him because we have this connection in our athletics that we eventually have this respect. Frenemy is this weird thing where you don't respect each other, you don't like each other, all you do is give backhanded compliments, yet you still force yourselves to associate with one another. And I think that's where the hilarity in some of the scenes between the two of you come from.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Well, there is some respect there because he's holding the cup. And that's what Marilyn wants more than anything. And her short term, her long term, she lives and breathes getting this cup back to Grosse Pointe. So he's kind of the guy standing in the way of her victory.
Well, let's make sure we take him down by the end of the season without giving away any spoilers. When I first heard about the show, I thought it was going to be a spin-off of Grosse Pointe Blank from 1997, the John Cusack film. And come to find out that there's zero connection other than the origins of the title. Was that something that you had thought of when you got the original script, or was this just something that's like gardening club, vindictive, people with a lot of money and too much time?
Yeah, exactly. I was a fan of that movie way back. First, I saw the audition. I thought they were doing a remake, but I was happily just surprised when I realized they did not, because it's something I've kind of have never seen this style of show before. It's kind of mixing a bunch of genres, and it's a show. Sometimes you get on these jobs where you're happy for the job, but you wouldn't necessarily watch the show. And this is one that I would, and I have. And I'm excited to get the scripts, every week. They're like little presents, and you're kind of like skimming through. And I think the writing is really excellent. It's clever, and it's kind of these hidden little twists and turns that you don't see coming. And it's funny, it's cheeky, it's kind of soapy and sexy, and there's just nothing on the air like it right now, I don't think.
The fun part with it, everyone, obviously I love network television because of so much great stuff that we've had over the years come from it. But when we get to watch it on Peacock instead of straight NBC, I don't have to wait for the commercials or then DVR and fast forward through it. What are some of the advantages as an audience member for yourself going back and watching these performances of, not waiting through the commercials, but actually just sitting there for all 22 minutes or 47 minutes when you get to watch it on a streaming service?
Yeah, it's great because we're all multitasking, And I mean, I'm sometimes doing 14 things at once, so I can speed through things or go back and watch a scene, which I love. And obviously I try and like stockpile the episodes. And I haven't watched the last two because I want to binge it and just enjoy it tonight.
Right. So I'm going to put it like this. We're, starting with myself. I have a brown thumb. I would have been the family member 100 years ago that would have bankrupted the family farm because I can barely make the lawn grow. What plant can you either keep alive other than cactus? We can't touch on cactus. And what's one that no matter what you do is one that you kill yourself?
I've never kept a plant alive for more than 2 months. That is the truth. I think I had a ficus plant for about for 3 days, and some disease got it, some bug got into it. So no, I have no green thumb. I admire people who do. I'm in this rental right now, and the lady who owns the house has all these beautiful plants everywhere. So I'm hoping I can keep them alive, but we'll see. Fingers crossed.
I know my luck. I'll be able to kill a plastic plant.
Plastic plants. That's the answer. That's what we need.
Well, we got microplastics and everything else. Why not in our plants?
Exactly.
With the show coming to an end this season and the character of Marilyn being, how do I put this politely? Evil and fun at the same time, or vindictive and fun. Let's put it that way. Is that more enjoyable since you seem like such a very nice, sweet person that when you get a role like this, even though you've played, similar characters, this one just has a little more, I don't know, digging the knife and twisting it.
I love people who have these singular focuses and, I wouldn't say delusional. I'm just saying, characters that maybe don't have as much self-awareness, but they have these, very important, sincere goals. And, I don't personally think she's vindictive because I don't want to, I like to think Marilyn is just, she's got a job to do. And, her reputation in town is very important to her. But what's great about this show is, sometimes I get characters where you only see one side, one facet of them, and they kind of pop in and out, and, they come in with the joke, or they come in with, a sassy comment or something. But this, you really get to see a little bit more about Marilyn's life and why she is the way she is, and to see that she's got an unhappy marriage and that she's lonely, and that. So that's really, what you get to see. Oh, okay, I understand. I have more empathy. I can see why she's behaving the way she is.
She is the Lex Luthor of the Grosse Pointe Gardening Club.
Can I use that? That's good.
Feel free.
Okay.
Or the Garden Society, excuse me. As the season comes to an end, and we're excited for upcoming season, what's something that you would like to see Marilyn evolve into, or even digress, or regress rather?
I would love for her to get some friends, and I think that there's more of an understanding about what motivates Marilyn from the foursome. Bertie, Catherine, Brett, and Alice, I think at the end comes to, they realize that she's got her nuances, but that, that she has a lot, there's some likability there too. And I'd like her, obviously because I'm protective of her, I'd like her to get into marriage counseling or kick him to the curb.
I love it. Jennifer Irwin, thank you so much for your time. It is a pleasure to have gotten to chat with you for the first time. I look forward to doing this in person next time. Grosse Pointe Gardening Society, closing out the season on NBC and on Peacock. Thank you so very much.
Thank you very much.